What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. Before I begin, like always, I want to say thank you so much to all my viewers, subscribers, supporters, friends, family, neighbors, eBay customers, donors, one and all. You are all amazing human beings. If you're new to the channel, if you like what you see and you enjoy the content, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe because the channel has grown and it continues to grow because of all of you. So do me a huge solid. If you like what you see and you enjoy the content, subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications, smash that like button, comment in the comment section below. If you want to help to support the channel, I do have an eBay store called the Carolina Collector 001 where I'm selling baseball cards and various other items from time to time. The link is in the description box below. And if you want to make a small donation to the channel, click on my coffee link. That link is below in the description box also. Now, many of you have been around since the inception of this channel. And again, the channel continues to grow because of all of you. I've seen a significant uptick in subscribers to the channel, and I deeply, deeply appreciate that. You know, I've been having a lot of fun doing the Transformers YouTube shorts. You know, it's funny when I'm sitting there trying to conceive of exactly what it is I'm going to do for you folks, you know, and you're supposed to have fun with this, you know what I mean? And trying to sit there recreating scenes from the cartoons and Transformers the movie and all that kind of stuff, it's a lot of fun, even though I'm really not a voice actor. I'm not even going to try to claim to be a voice actor, but, you know, I give it my best. You know, I don't take it all that seriously, and neither should you. But a lot of them YouTube shorts, you know, it depends on the time of day and what people's interests are, and they tend to take off very quickly. They're actually doing better than my long-form videos, but with that being said, you know, I've tried to inject a little bit more fun into the channel. You know, I can't stand talking about serious subjects. That's what my live streams are for. But every so often, there's a serious topic that has to be discussed, unfortunately. And one of these topics is YouTube in and of itself. And it seems it's found itself in a civil war with content creators, whether new or old, as YouTube now are in a war against AI, and they only have themselves to blame because YouTube has got lazy. I compare what YouTube is doing with AI, trying to manage content and manage channels. I definitely compare it to like a Walmart kiosk or kiosks, those automatic tellers that you have to scan your own food. Listen, I'm a consumer, I'm a customer. I'm not getting paid to be a cashier. That's not my job. Hire fucking cashiers. There are plenty of jobs available out there. But because these corporations and these businesses are literally trying to save a dollar, you know, they're using machines and they're using, you know, all this kind of stuff to, you know, profit. Less humans, more machines, more profit for them because now they don't have to pay people. They don't have to pay health benefits. They don't have to pay pensions. They don't have to pay into Social Security and retirement and all that kind of stuff. It's cutting corners so that this way they can pocket more and more and more money. I'm sorry, I'm not a leftist by any means, but, you know, when you actually sit down and you look at it logically, something is definitely off. I hate going to Walmart and being forced to use one of those stupid automatic, you know, cash registers to scan my food. I'm not a cashier. I am there simply to shop and fill my belly with food. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Maybe say hi to the employees, and if I run into one of my neighbors or friends, you know, I'll socialize a little bit, but I'm not there to be a cashier. I'm there to shop for groceries. I'm there to buy stuff. And, you know, Home Depot, Lowe's, all these big, you know, brick and mortar stores have these stupid automatic cashiers. Or cash registers, I should say, and it's annoying. CVS has them as well. And this is exactly the type of technology that YouTube is implementing, automatic systems to do the job of humans. And I say nothing unless a job is dangerous to a human being, like in the military. They tend to use technology in the form of drones, etc., and radar and whatever it is, you know, to reduce human casualties. You know, I'm sure many families will agree with me that nobody wants their son or daughter dying in a field of battle or getting shot down out of the sky in an airplane or on a boat or something like that. You know, we have the technology now to use radar guided missiles and all this kind of stuff to reduce casualties, to reduce death, essentially. But I think it's gone a little too far. Recently, one of my live streams where I literally showed off a G1 Megatron toy, which does transform into a Walther P-38. It was a toy, a fucking toy. And right at the very end, when I was about to wrap up that live stream, it got taken down. YouTube has promised to restore that live stream. It has yet to be restored. I have been hounding them to restore my live stream. And they said, yeah, you have to do this and confirm your channel ID. I did all of that. And they still haven't restored that live stream because there was nothing wrong with the live stream. Now, I know that my commentary could be a little hypercharged. You know, I do use a lot of foul language. Listen, I'm a grown-ass man. This is the United States. This is how I express myself. And I'm going to speak any damn which way I please, whether people like it or not. That's just too bad. This is who I am. Deal with it. You know, and, you know, I have my opinions about stuff, you know, but mainly this channel is a hobbyist channel. I talk about jerseys, like this one I'm wearing. I reviewed this on the channel. Well, not this exact jersey. I bought one that was too big. I ended up getting one that fit me proper, and I did update that in my YouTube shorts, by the way, for those that are keeping score. But you get what I mean. I talk about hats. I talk about sneakers. I talk about my eBay orders and my progress with my eBay store. There's some eBay orders right there, by the way, I have to get out. I talk about toys. You know, I talk about a little bit about everything when it comes to certain types of hobbies and subject matter that involves all that stuff. When I talk about eBay, I talk about, you know, the problems with the post office and UPS and FedEx and all that nonsense. You know, I give opinions about the jerseys I wear, whether positive or negative, how I feel. I talk about how they look, how much they cost. I talk about baseball cards. I got a whole, as a matter of fact, I have an order right here. I don't want to dox my customer, but there's an order right here I have to process, and I have one more order I have to send a shipping notice to because they still yet to pay for their order. But you know, this is me. You know what I mean? There's really no AI on this channel at all. You know, I tried diving into the world of AI through my YouTube shorts. I think I did like 4 YouTube shorts. They were panned immediately. People didn't like it. I saw some of the comments, people like, oh, this is AI, this is shit, it's blah, blah, blah. Nobody liked it, so I stopped doing it. But after that, the entire channel is just me and the stuff I talk about and the physical items that I review, or box breaks when it comes to baseball cards or whatever it may be. There is no AI. It's just little old me, flesh and blood. You know, it's literally, it's like us versus Skynet at this point. And YouTube, unfortunately, and I am accusing and alleging that YouTube is the not just the symptom, but the virus that has caused this, because they have implemented these AI systems because they don't want to pay people to actually sit down and do the work. Let's face it, YouTube is a huge platform. How many hundreds, if not thousands of videos? Just try to think of this. It's like me sitting here on my chair. You can't sit in a chair, you sit on a chair. And me trying to conceive of what my next door neighbor is doing right now without even knowing or seeing from where I'm sitting. I'm trying to imagine what they're doing, what they're up to at this very moment right now. The human brain isn't capable of that sort of thing. And you have to use that type of analogy to say, man, think of the hundreds and thousands of videos that must be uploaded every minute, every second of the day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's a lot of content. And I don't think YouTube has the capability to hire human beings, and that's why they implemented, you know, these AI systems. But the problem is that to me, as a content creator, there are barely any humans that look at this stuff. The very few interactions that I've had when it came to issues with this channel, 99.9% of the responses that I got, in particular with that live stream that was unfairly taken down as having a firearm in that live stream when it was a G1 Megatron toy, I got a response. They never followed up. And it's a constant battle with them because they rely so heavily on these systems. They probably have probably some sort of thing like in Star Trek where, you know, they push one button and it has automatic answers, and they have about 50 of those buttons that will post automatic responses to your inquiries, whether it's in the blogs or in threads or on X or wherever it is that where you have to be forced to go. You can't do it directly through YouTube here. You have to go through X. You have to go into the forums or whatever it is. So, you know, if there's a problem, they'll push a button. If there's another problem, they'll push a button. And you cannot get a human response from these people. If you do, Paracopa, my friends, God bless you. But there is now a civil war going on. I've noticed this on X. I've seen it here on YouTube. Many content creators are now talking about this, that they are doubling the requirements in 2027 when it comes to the partner program, that now new YouTube channels, and I've already met the current thresholds a long time ago. I have applied for AdSense and for monetization twice. No community guideline strikes, no copyright strikes of any kind, except for the takedown that happened with that live stream recently. I've had no issues with this channel at all because, like I said, except for the few little shorts that I did with AI, it was panned. I stopped doing it. This channel is all yours truly. Yeah, I'm one ugly looking fuck. You know what I mean? But all joking aside, it's just, you know, that YouTube has done this to themselves, and content creators are on the offensive, and people have had enough of not having their questions answered. YouTube content creators are tired of, like what happened with me with the false flag with that live stream. I jumped into the fray. I do not like X. I hate X. I hate using it, but I had no choice. In order to get some kind of response, I had to go on to X and see if I can get them to respond. And they did for a while, and then all of a sudden I got no answers. The live stream at the time of this video is still down for a G1 Megatron toy. And all you see is nothing but content creators attacking YouTube, especially at Team YouTube, because they don't respond. It's the same robot answers and the same patronizing bullshit that you get from the AI that they use when it comes to answering content creators, and some content creators get no answers at all. I have been fighting for monetization for this channel now for some time. And now it's got to such a ridiculous point that I'm messaging them almost every day, tagging them at Team YouTube, at Team YouTube, at Team YouTube. I sent them DMs, nothing. I got nothing. That's why I appreciate everybody that participates in purchasing baseball cards from my eBay store, guys. I really, really thank you all for that. It means a great deal to me because this is how I supplement my income. I'm on a fixed income, and this is how I make my extra money. And to my coffee donors, I also appreciate what you guys and gals do. I really, really do. It really helps. But, you know, at the end of the day, a channel like mine that has well exceeded the threshold should have been monetized already. I had to reapply again a second time, like maybe a month or 2 months ago or something like that. And I immediately ran on to X and said, okay, I went through all the motions. They wanted my channel ID. They wanted my subscription count. They wanted my driver's license. Of course, I have a real ID, driver's license. They wanted all this stuff. Sent it in, no response. So what is going on here? I understand that now AI, unfortunately, is saturating YouTube at this point because people are trying to get that advertising revenue onto these AI slot channels. And now it's like a plague. It's a disease. It's cancer that has spread across YouTube. Well, YouTube, pardon me, did it to itself because AI content is very easy to make. Meanwhile, here I am, a human being going through the grind. What you see is what you get. You don't see green screen backdrops. You don't see any of that crap back here. When you are in my live streams, you're with me, a human being. You know, you see me going to my refrigerator. You see me going to take a leak. You know what I mean? I literally get up and pull off my collectibles from my shelves. Or I go down to my carpet here. I pick up a pair of sneakers, show them off on camera. Whatever it may be, it's all me. And I, like many content creators like me, are battling against this AI slop that's out there. And it sucks. But for whatever bizarre reason, you know, YouTube just will not take the L. And what I'm seeing happening on X and across YouTube here with my fellow content creators talking about this particular subject, in 2027, now you have to have like 8,000 views or something like that. Whereas this channel has way surpassed the current number of views and the number of subscribers to get monetization. And this should have been done a long time ago. Yet I'm still fighting with YouTube. And that's why I really appreciate my eBay customers and my donors. Thank you, guys. It means a lot. You know, when you guys buy my baseball cards, it's not e-begging or anything like that. I run a small business for a reason. You know, I have an LLC for a reason because I want to supplement my income. I want to work for myself. I don't want to be yelled and screamed at by a boss. I don't want to be in traffic. I don't want to be barked at by somebody and getting into unnecessary and artificial competition with my fellow employees. I'm done with all that shit. I'm too old for that stuff, man. That's why I started my LLC. That's why I have a business at home. I can work in the comfort of my home, come and go as I please, and basically do what I want. It's the American dream, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm blessed for that. Very blessed for that. But unfortunately, when it comes to YouTube trying to supplement my income that way, YouTube just refuses to take the L, monetize the channel, and that's that. And content creators now have gone to war on X and on certain threads. They're talking about it on Reddit. It's everywhere, like YouTube. What the hell is going on? You caused this AI chaos by implementing that. You've been false flagging content. You've been false flagging channels. Yeah, there's a lot of AI garbage out there, but you attacked my channel. It wasn't trolls that did that, because the responses I got were instantaneous when I tried to challenge those and appeal the fact that that live stream with a G1 Megatron toy, it was instantly rejected as soon as I filed the appeal. That's a sign of an automatic system at work. That's not a human response. People take the time to think. I'm sorry, man. Sometimes I wear my heart on my sleeve. I am a human being, and I do have feelings like everybody else. Some things are a little bit more thoughtful than others. You have to sometimes you have to use your brain to think and to conceive and to plan and prepare. When I run my eBay business, I got to make sure that the proper cards are going to the proper customers. If I have to issue refunds, if I have to do, that takes a human being to do. There are fine, intricate details that a machine simply cannot do. You cannot remove the human being from the equation. And YouTube is trying to save $1 and stuff it in their coffers at the sake of us, human beings. And now this civil war going on between content creators and YouTube is raging. I've never seen anything like it on X. And for this channel, after all this time with more than 1,700 subscribers, to still not be monetized, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And if anybody wants to say because of the political nature of some of the content that I upload here, or because of the foul language, take a look at Angry Video Game Nerd, look at Irate Gamer, look at Pat the NES Punk, look at Kino Casino, look at any of these channels. They use language just like I do, so what's the problem? It doesn't make sense where they selectively monetize these channels. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I wish I knew. With all that being said, YouTube, you need to take your head out of your own ass. You started this AI nonsense by depending on it, and AI has gone berserk. Again, I had a live stream taken down because of AI. It was supposed to be restored days ago. It hasn't happened. I'm not depending on it. It's not going to happen. I'm still fighting for monetization for this channel. Thank God I got my eBay store and donors like you for really helping the channel out. I deeply appreciate that. Once again, guys, I can't emphasize that enough. But they have become really and extremely dependent on these AI systems to do all the work for them. And this is a result. The floodgates are now open. The cat is out of the bag. It's a cancer. It's a disease. And content creators are letting them have it. And rightfully so. And on behalf of this channel and my viewers and subscribers and supporters, YouTube, you are the one, basically, you have caused what I will call the mechanical COVID at this point, an electronic cancer. You have spread this disease on your own. You are solely responsible for this. And now you have to fix it. And your AI is punishing content creators like myself and others who work hard to do this. I don't have to do this. I do this because I want to do this. But at this point, hey, man, if I can get paid to do it, then I'm going to go for it, man. That's the American dream. You want to succeed. You want to make money. That's capitalism for you, right? And I firmly believe in capitalism. And I want to make a few dollars on this, and I think I have the right to. At this point, according to YouTube's policies, its own policies, I should be making money at this point, no matter how much it is. Whether it's a penny, a nickel, a dime, or a quarter. But YouTube AI, unfortunately, now has a stranglehold on content creators, and it's all because of this AI nonsense. They let the cat out of the bag, and now they are suffering the backlash. You got to see what X looks like. It is... And of course, YouTube is not going to do anything. They are selectively responding to certain people. They are taking down channels left and right. They are false flagging certain content. Again, I'm the victim of this. And now, come in 2027, they're going to make it that much harder for new creators. What gives? Let's go, YouTube. I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. Take care, everybody.